I just want to know if the influencers with hundreds of thousands of subscribers here on YouTube have any sort of self-awareness when they hype up first off the line and they sell out those products way too expensive, that they know that they are directly responsible for hobby versions of those products being way too expensive. Probably not. All they care about is themselves and their next checks from Arena Club. Let's get into it. What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy RGL coming back at you again with a brand new video. And about a month ago, this video would have been awesome to record, but now I'm not so sure, because today we are ripping the 2024-2025 Panini Silhouette Basketball Debut Edition, and first set ever, last set ever. And these are coming in at, about $1,000 on release day. Thanks, hypers. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. As always, I do appreciate a like. And yeah, we are going to talk about it, because that's what we do on this channel. This product was originally being offered at pre-sale for right around $500 to $600 per box. And then, of course, the first off the line auction happened. And that is when a small group of breakers and influencers with unlimited capital and no brains, apparently, zero brains, unlimited capital, sold these out at over $1,800 a box for first off the line. You know why? It's because they saw black 101s and logo mans and booklets on the checklist and said, nope, we're not going to wait for a reasonable price. We're going to sell these out at $1,800, and then we're going to go over to Whatnot or Fanatics Live, and we're going to sell it by player and not by team, so that there's 127 spots, or 100, however many players there are in this product. Let's just make it easy and say 125 spots, and we're going to sell each player for $30 and sell each box for $37.50 and make double our money. But it's only $30 and you could hit a 101 logo man, and that's how they do it. And that would be fine if first off the line and hobby boxes prices were not tied together. But that's not the market we live in. We live in the market where a $600 pre-order can be a month ago, and then the photo happens and it sells out for $1,800, and then all of a sudden the market says, hey, we're going to sell this for $1,100 to $1,200 on release day. And guess what? On release day, it did not sell out on Panini's website, and all of the major online wax dealers all got worried. And by the end of the day, I saw this one for as low as $9.50, and guess what? It's gonna keep going down. And a lot of people who have bought hobby on release day or bought hobby from distributors, if you're a breaker, we're all gonna lose our ass on this product. It's as simple as this, because this should be a $500 to $600 box. You'll look at the checklist. There are some very cool booklets. There are some very cool triple, quad autos, things of that nature. They have done some cool stuff. The problem with this one, it says find 8 autographs or memorabilia. Guess what? 6 memorabilia, 2 autographs. You're never going to see more than 2, maybe 3 autographs at most. And guess what? The checklist is full of guys like Goran Dragic and just mid-tier players in a $600, $800 box. You're not just going to get memes of Steph Curry, Anthony Edwards, Victor Wemp. Nope, that's not what this is. This is a sticker dump. This is a memorabilia dump, because as we know, Panini is set to lose the NBA license in just a few weeks. That is what this product is. It would have been fun to rip with 8 hits at, $500, $600. Have some chances at some logo men. Have some chances at some booklets. Haven't seen a whole lot of basketball booklets lately. Nope. So it's a $1,100 product on release day. So thank you to the handful of you, and a particularly gross video that I saw here from a YouTube channel with hundreds of thousands of subscribers, telling us how great first off the line is and smiling through the pain of bad boxes.
Can you hear that?
We can read you like a book. 16 cards total per box, 4 packs, 4 cards per pack. Turn it over on the back. Turn it over on the back. That is what we are looking for. Cards, Holo Platinum 101s, tons of cool stuff. Laundry tag, logo mans, all that cool stuff. Specialty patches, holiday logo men. Some of the inserts that we would see in products like Crown Royal, like Pillars of the Game and things of that nature. Rookie tickets, veteran tickets, tons of good stuff. If you want to pause the video, take a look. I just want to rip this. I want to hit something nasty, because nowhere in my heart do I believe that this is a $1,000 product. I think it's about half that. I think it's $500, $600. But I'm a degen. I love high-end basketball, and we are going to rip a box and see how it goes. So we have Paul George to kick it off, and this is your base card design. Looks okay. No problems with how the cards look, really. On the back, we've got a Isaiah Collier. That is going to be numbered to 75. Cards are going to be on a thicker stock, like a 55-point stock, which does mean that you are going to have some chippy corners and chippy edges as well, making them not so great to grade. Honestly, the set looks fine. I like the S. It looks like the S we all did back in middle school in our notebooks. 2 hits per box, or 2 hits per pack. And we've got Derrick Rose. That is going to be a game-worn Derrick Rose. That is going to be... Is that going to be numbered or non-numbered? $1,000 a box. Everything should be numbered. But this one is not. That is a great... Is that a greats or a gear? Something like that? I can't really read that down there. Threads. That's just a threads of Derrick Rose for the Cavs. And I guess some saving grace to this one is that it is game-worn. They are getting rid of all the remaining game-worn stuff, spelling the actual end of... Ooh, Adam Bono is going to be our auto. Okay. Well, that is our auto. That is the true RPA, I believe. That's a silhouette. Yeah, that's the silhouette. So normally you would see a silhouette in like Crown Royal silhouettes, which is why this set has a lot of inspiration. Let's call it inspiration from Crown Royale basketball, which we're not getting this year. They put the kabooms in Revolution. Adam Bono is our silhouette RPA to 99, and if we only get one autograph, we are in a world of hurt today, because that is not a particularly great start. Nice Derrick Rose, but yeah, let's keep it on going and see what else we can find. I feel like we have a die cut on the back. That might be a Pillars. Jordan Poole is going to be our base card in this pack. We have a, ooh, I like this, a Game 7 die cut, 75 of 99 of KG, the big ticket. With the 7 die cut, that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Game 7 back in 2004. And we should have 2 hits. Our first hit is a Duncan Robinson NBA Relics, just a white paper napkin. Now you start to see why this is not a $1,000 box. Game worn, of course, so I guess game worn adds something, but Duncan Robinson in a $1,000 box. And DeAndre Jordan on the gear. Yeah, you guys see what I'm talking about now? This feels like I'm ripping a box of, like a box like Hoop. I don't even know. I can't even explain. It feels like these mems all belong in like Hoops or Chronicles or something like that. It does not feel like a high-end product. It is nowhere near the quality of like Immaculate and Noir. And I know a lot of people in the comments might say I'm complaining. I'm just explaining to you guys what happens in this industry and how a small batch of influencer breakers can run a product up to absurd levels, and then it'll crash, and they don't care because they've already made their money on first off the line. So they don't give a crap about you, and they don't care about the hobby. They just care about their own bank accounts. I come on here, I tell you the truth. This product is something else. To 149, De'Aaron Fox on the base. I would not have any problem with this product whatsoever if it came out at 500, 600 bucks. It's just has cool cards at the ceiling, but the floor, the reality is that most boxes are just gonna have a ton of mems. All right, game worn Curry. Can I just hit a logo man one time? No, just a base Curry. Dual materials Curry. So is gonna be a game used Curry. That's probably gonna be like a $50, $60 card, which would be cool. Again, in a $500, $600 box, one of your hits paying 10% of the box, but when it's a $1,000 box, not so much. Cool Curry. I'm not gonna complain about that one. And DeJounte Murray, game used, another one to 49. I just think that also it's very disingenuous to put 8 hits, like 8 autos or mems, knowing most boxes have 6 or 7 mems. Why not just put 5 mems and 3 autos? Like, why not commit to a certain count? They do that with Select too, and it is a feel bad in Select when you get a box that has 2 mems and 1 auto. This is gonna be our final pack of the day. I just do this for your guys' entertainment. On the front we have Jalen Green. There is gonna be a Deron Holmes to 99 rookie. Another relics of good old Dante DiVincenzo on the Prime Mem to 49. It's almost like a box of NT, like without the autos. It really is. It's almost like you get all those mid-tier players. The DiVincenzos and Derrick Rose and Curry were awesome. The rest of them, I'm not so sure. Final card of the day. Let's just flip. Yep, Jordan Clarkson. Everybody is pining for a Jordan Clarkson NBA gear. This really feels like all these mems belong in like a Chronicles set. Really, it's truly amazing. Or like in Donruss Blasters. I feel like they belong in Donruss Blasters. Honestly, I'm dead serious. There was this Jalen Green and Deron Holmes. We just opened a $1,000 box, or what they're calling a $1,000 box. Let's do a quick rundown of what we think we got back in value. Let's take a look, Reeler. Deron Holmes, on a good day from a high-end set, base card to 99, let's say $15. Jalen Green, let's say $2. We're at 17. How much is a game-used Jordan Clarkson non-numbered worth? I'm going to say about $5, so we're at 22. DiVincenzo Prime Patch, let's be nice. Let's say $12. We're at $34. Damian Lillard base, Comsy, $5 probably, because it's, you know, only get a few base cards. So what are we at, like $37? DeJounte Murray threads to 49. Let's say, I don't know, let's say $8. We're at 45. Curry, let's be really nice. Let's say $55. Let's say we're at 100 right there. De'Aaron Fox base to 149. $5. 105. 107. How much is a non-numbered DeAndre Jordan base or base relic worth? Let's say $5. 112. $5. Got to be non-numbered Duncan Robinson. $5. 117. Let's say $20 on this. Let's say we're now at 137. Let's say 140. How much is a Bono RPA worth? I'm gonna be really nice. I'm gonna say $40. 180. I'm gonna even be really nice with the Derrick Rose and say $20. 200. Isaiah Collier to 35. I'm gonna say $25. So we made about $225 back. And you know what? You know what the worst part is? I don't even think that this was a bad box. I think this is literally, from what I've seen with this product and how much of it I've seen opened of Hobby, I think this is an average box. We got a Curry relic, like that's supposed to be good. We got an RPA that of a guy that's better than the bottom tier rookies. This is an average box. Now, if this box was a $600 box and we got $200 back, that's about the average in the industry right now. About 25-30% from a average to slightly under average box. That's about the average. That's what I talk about on this channel. And these are $1,000. ROI dipping down to 20% or lower. Yeah, nothing adds up. Once again, just another criminal job done by a handful of breakers and a handful of influencers selling out first off the line at prices that in no world make sense to anybody who has any sort of pulse of the market for sealed product and can look and see what like high-end stuff sells for, low-end stuff sells for, and come up with a fair price for a first off the line. Usually in most worlds, first off the line should be sold for anywhere from 10%. If it's really juicy, maybe like 25-30% over Hobby. Things like Prism first off the line with multiple shimmer parallels and an auto. This one, the first off the line, made no sense. And this is just a world of first off the line. There's people who are very, very concerned about what's going to happen to them when Panini no longer has first off the lines, when they no longer have licenses for football and basketball. They're maybe not partnered with Fanatics. They don't know what the future of their company is going to be. And so until then, it's the wild, wild west for first off the line. And sadly, the first off the line floor price, whatever it sells out at, highly impacts the price that Hobby is going to come out at. Because it's not anymore. It's just a world we live in right now, where if it's priced out something 1 month, photo happens, old price totally out the window. They'll reprice it at whatever. Pre-orders will go up to whatever they think they can sell it for. This one had a chance to be a really, really fun, really, really great product. At the price point, man, it's just not a product that I don't think that I want to support. And I don't have a whole lot of good things to say about it. Maybe you say, well, hey, RGL, you just made a 14-minute video where you just complain. maybe I am complaining, but I'm also telling the truth, and I'm not one of these fake-ass influencers who just tells you that everything's great and everything's amazing, and come to my whatnot and grab a player for 30 bucks because it's only 30 bucks. That is my time for today, man. This one could have been a lot of fun as we wrap up our time with Panini and having the license, but this one kind of turned out to be a big old pile. That's going to do it for me. Take care, stay safe, and we'll catch you next time on Down the Road.